house in Little Rock into Arkansas. The blessed month of Rabiul Awwal. We are very blessed here in Little Rock in Arkansas that Hoja has come here during the month, and he is part of our celebration of Milad al-Nabi. As a token of appreciation and a gesture of goodwill to Hoja, his Murid Sahibans, I present a kasida which is from our Shaykh Sahib, and here it is for you to listen and read with us. So, we have one Urdu naat. It's a Qasida of Rasool. We have Dr. Ijaz Sahib here. He's Dr. Ijaz Sahib is our local poet and this is
حامل قرآن نور مجسم حامل قرآن نور مجسم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم شاہ عجم سرکار دو عالم شاہ عجم سرکار دو عالم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم رضوان صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم حامل قرآن نور مجسم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم شاہ عجم سرکار دو عالم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم ظاہر و باطن نور کا مامن ظاہر و باطن نور کا مامن ظاہر انسان باطن قرآن ظاہر انسان باطن قرآن دہر میں ہو اللہ کا پرچم دہر میں ہو اللہ کا پرچم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم شاہ عجم سرکار دو عالم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم بت خانے برباد ہوئے اور کفر سے دل آزاد ہوئے اس سے خدا کا دین ہے محکم اس سے خدا کا دین ہے محکم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم حامل قرآن عصمت و عفت کا رکھوالا عصمت و عفت کا رکھوالا درس اخوت دینے والا درس اخوت دینے والا عظمت کے اسرار کا محرم عظمت کے اسرار کا محرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم لاکھوں سلام ہادی برحق لاکھوں سلام ہادی برحق امت پھر محتاج ہے تیری امت پھر محتاج ہے تیری جس کی زبان پر اب بھی ہے ہر دم सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम हामिल कुरान नूरे मुजस्सम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम
I have a small prayer here. It's called Du'a Khidri that I want to recite, and after this I will request Lokman sir for Sohbet and his kind words for us. Bismillahir, Rahmaanir. Bismillah. Alaman, Alaman, Ya Hanan. Alaman, Alaman, Ya Manan. Alaman, Alaman, Ya Dayan. Alaman, Alaman, Ya Subhan. Alaman, Alaman, Ya Burhan. Alaman, Alaman, min fitnat al-zaman. Wa jafar al-ikhwan. Wa shar al-shaitan. Wa zulm al-sultan. Bifadlika, Ya Raheem, Ya Rahmaan. Ya Zul Jalal wal Ikram. وصلي على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
Bismillahir. Just good. I thought I came here as a guest. Why are you making me to work? I thought I was just going to come, listen to some nuts, have some tea, have some nice Pakistan. You make me to talk. What can we talk? What is it that I can tell you that you don't know already? Nothing. We are not claiming to know anything. We are not scholars. We are followers of the Fukara, Fakir. Fakir means very poor, isn't it? Yeah, our Persian expert in the house. Fakir, we are poor from everything. We don't have dunya, we don't have akhirat if Allah is not granting to us. What do you call it? Malam. So, there's nothing here that I can say that so many of you, we have so much understanding and knowledge that I can tell you something that you can take. But because you're putting this microphone in front of me, now you're in trouble. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Start with my lesson. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى نعم النصير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Holy Prophet ﷺ had said the man, insan, people will be judged according to our intentions. So we should make good intentions. What we've just said before نوعية أربعين نوعية أوزلة نوعية خلوة نوعية رياضة نوعية السلوك نوعية السياق. There's a masjid لله رب العالمين. We're making the intention right now that we're entering into the Arba'in, the Chilla. Although we are not, make the intention. We're making intention that we're entering into Riyadh, the spiritual exercises. We're making intention, good intentions, and now this place, alhamdulillah, that our brother Selim, he has opened it up for us. But now because we are here remembering Allah and giving highest praises to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, this place now becomes a masjid for now. Jami, meaning Allah is Jami, the one who gathers the hearts together. Now, here we are gathering of hearts. And when the hearts, they are gathered together and they're remembering Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself will boast to his angels about us gathering. Now, I'm not claiming to know, because we are following Tariqat, we are Fuqara, and trying to be, anyway. We don't pass for that too. I'm speaking for myself. But the intention is to fulfill the reason of our creation. And this is beyond mazhab, this is beyond tariqat, this is beyond any sect, this is even beyond religions. That's why the Ahli Tasawwuf, always you see them, other people of other religions, they come and they listen and they speak. Mawlana Rumi, when he passed, Christians and Jews attend his funeral and they each claim him for themselves. The same thing with all the other great shaykhs and the other great friends of Allah, especially in the Indian subcontinent, because they are welcoming everyone. They are gathering the hearts. They're not gathering minds. Gathering the hearts. We're here to try to learn. I'm here trying to learn. To fulfill the reason of our creation. And now, that is the highest knowledge. The knowledge of Allah. Who can say there's a higher knowledge than that? Knowledge of Allah. How are we going to get the knowledge of Allah? It has already been shown by Holy Prophet ﷺ. In Hadith Sharif, they say, he who knows himself, he knows his Lord. So we are here, again, the paradox there is if you know yourself, then you're going to know your Lord. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, we have created the mans and the jinns to know us and to worship us. But you can only worship if you know Him. That is where the highest knowledge enters, to know Allah. That is the reason of our creation. But we see, in this world right now, there's 7 billion Muslims, 7 billion people. We say 2 billion Muslims. We say the rest, Christians, Jews, believers, unbelievers, everyone claiming to know Allah, to know their Creator. Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the ni'mat of Islam. And the sharaf, the honor of Iman. But that Islam and that Iman is not according to our heads. It is not according to a council of people or a conference. It is only according to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He is the one who's going to teach us about our Lord. He had passed 1400 years ago, but he has left us his inheritance. And these are the ones that we call, yes, the Shaykhs. These are the ones that are alim, the one with knowledge. The one with knowledge that the Holy Prophet ﷺ says, the ulama, the alims of my nation, they're like the prophets of the Bani Israel. The prophets of the Bani Israel, you can work open miracles, mu'jizat, and that power is given to the ummah of the most beloved one, alayhi salatu wassalam, that the awliya Allah, they have the power of karamats. And with that, they're able to move people's hearts and bring them together. You'll try to understand the karamats now. The mind is going to blow up, but the heart is going to cool. So, we're here to know ourselves. But how are we going to know ourselves? Like I said, 7 billion people claim to know Allah. But the key to knowing Allah is knowing yourself. The key to knowing yourself is how Prophet teach you. How Prophet teaches. There's no other way. Because that is part of our shahadat. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If we don't complete the second part of the shahadat, we are not Muslims. This is what separates us from the earlier ummats, the nations, the Christians and the Jews. The Christians believe in Allah, but they're not accepting their prophets. The Jews, they believe in Allah, but they're not accepting their prophets. The Christians, they go the other way around. They love their prophet so much. They accept their prophet, and they make their prophet into an Allah, ilah. Prophet ﷺ said, we are the middle nation. We are moderate. We have Allah, alhamdulillah, and we have our Prophet ﷺ. Because this is a gathering of Mawlud, we're all here with Ahl Sunnat Aqidah that has been the dominant one for 1400 years. Alhamdulillah, we say openly, Prophet ﷺ is Hazir and Nazir. We are not afraid of that. And we shouldn't be. Let others to call us crazy. It's okay. There is a hadith for that too. In the Akhir Zaman, Prophet says, unless the hypocrites call you crazy, you don't have real faith. So, especially me, they call me crazy every time. Who is this man wearing strange clothes? He's crazy. He's wearing that big turban. Why is he doing that? Why is he wearing the jubba? Why? You know, sometimes we put on the YouTube just because people need to watch. We pull ourselves into a mountain so that we can seclude ourselves. But they're saying, by order, we have to put there for some people to listen, and they're writing, oh, who is that? I hate him. So it's okay. It's crazy, man. He looks like Aladdin, wearing the peacock feather. Yeah? They're saying, you are intelligent, man, or not? Don't you know that Sultan Selim, is it Selim? Sultan Selim Khan Jannat Khan. When he went to Egypt to take the Khilafat, Ottoman Sultan, when he visited Medina to Sharif, he took the broom that was used to sweep the Rawza Sharif. But that broom is made of peacock feathers, like it is in some mazars in India. They made of peacock feathers. Because of what? Oh, kullu bid'ah. Some people are going to say, this is bid'ah. Why are you using peacock feathers? Because we love. Love makes us to do crazy things. Is there something wrong? No. Sultan Selim Khan, he took the broom to sweep the floor. He broke one feather and put it in his turban, and he says, now I'm Ghulaam-e-Rasool. He is Sultan, but he says, I'm Ghulaam-e-Rasool. Every morning, he doesn't sit on the throne, until he has gone into a room where they kept all the Mubarak things, the beard of the Prophet, the Hirqa Sharif, the cane, the turban, are crawling on his hands and knees to sweep and to clean. This is the Sultan's job, because he is Ghulaam-e-Rasool. He collects all that dust, and all that dust is also holy, Mubarak. That dust is now shared, and that dust has been recorded to be a cure for people who are sick. So, they're saying us, we are crazy, and it's okay. We are happy with this. We don't want to be too normal. We're not disturbing anyone. Like I said, we are secluding ourselves in the top of a mountain. We made a small masjid there. Yeah, it's not that small, that's small. We're making our own celebration there. We have a cemetery there. We try to live life simply and holding on tightly to the one who is showing us ourselves, who is teaching us ourselves. Some they're going to ask, why do you need someone to teach you yourself? Like I said, if you enter through the door of Tariqat, you have to leave your mind, a certain amount of your mind back. Holy Prophet ﷺ, he had to leave Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ on Sidratul Muntaha. For those who know, Hazrat Jibreel is representing what? Intelligence. Now he has saying you have to leave that now. Now it's faith. Hazrat Rumi, Qadasullah is here. His father was a grand mufti. His great-grandfather is a big scholar. Reaching. But he did not find his murad, his maqam, his treasure, until he met his Shaykh, Kibrisi Shams Kibrisi. The people are saying he's a crazy man, and they were jealous of him, and they killed Muslims. It happens because of jealousy. Imam al-Ghazali, Hujjatul Islam. Who can say they're higher than Hujjatul Islam? With all his knowledge, he had a crisis of faith. He said, I don't believe anymore. How did he find his faith? When he started sitting with the Ahli Tariqat. Alhamdulillah, I'm seeing everyone's heart here is drawn to it. Or if not, you're already in Tariqat, so you know exactly what I mean. Yes? You have to leave that behind. Then he found his faith and he came back, Ihya Umuluddin, then he wrote it. Trying to put now the teachings of Tariqat into mainstream, so-called mainstream. Because Tariqat is mainstream. It's the most mainstream. It is the essence. Without it, there's no taste. So now, someone is there to teach you yourself. That has always been the protocol. Because these eyes, you can see everything in creation, but these eyes cannot see itself. You cannot see yourself. It's not turned to yourself. For that you need a mirror. And that mirror is going to show you yourself. So these are the mirrors, the friends of Allah, the Shaykhs, that is going to teach us about ourselves. Why is it important for you to know yourself? Because you have to know your Lord. Why is it important to know your Lord? Because there is a reason of creation. Finish. It's actually pretty simple. If the knowledge does not make you for you to know yourself, it's still zero. The poets say, Turkish, no? You can know all the 4 books, Tawrat, Zabur, Injil, and Furqan. You can know all 104 books. But if a man does not know himself, he still knows nothing. So alhamdulillah, we have found those ones that's teaching us about ourselves. Teaching us about ourselves is teaching us what is inside of us, our spirit, and also our ego. Our spirit is always obeying Allah because it is coming from one holy breath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is always submitting to Allah. It is never disagreeing. It is in a state of Islam. But Allah has put inside of us too the nafs. And this nafs is doing everything opposite to what Allah is ordering. And this nafs that is putting the awliya Allah saying 70,000 veils between you and Allah. And when the mirror comes for you to look at yourself, you notice this is a veil. This is a barricade that stops me from knowing my Allah, because Allah's pleasure is our maqsood. So now the Shaykh, the guide, the Warisul Anbiya, the inheritor of the Prophet, like the Holy Prophet ﷺ, will teach us about our ego and how to remove these veils to come close to Allah. Because that is the only way they can come close to Allah. Hadith Sharif, Hadith Qudsi, in fact. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that servant is beloved to me. When he does all the obligations that I've set him to. Meaning this is Sharia. Sharia is obligations. But my servant comes nearer to me. Nearer to me. When he starts doing things that are not obligations. I mean, in the tradition of the awliya Allah and our shaykhs, I like to paraphrase. I'm saying things in a very simple, down-to-earth way so that everyone can understand. Because there are people here who are children. They need to take something from the song. There are people here who knows and people who don't know. And so many of you doctors are here. The doctor must know the patients, must know the crowd, how much they can take, how much they cannot. So my servant draws nearer to me. When he starts doing what I did not place to him as an obligation, nafila, supererogatory worship. And this is Tariqat. He will draw nearer to me until I will become his tongue that he speaks, his eyes that he sees, his ears that he hears, his hands that he touches, and his feet that he walks. This is a higher station. We're not going to talk about that. We're now, you are representing Allah. This is not uluhiyat. We're not saying you becoming Allah. Hasha astaghfirullah. We're not even saying that we're merging with Allah. We are a creature. Allah is Allah. He does not share from his divine essence to his creation. So that that time you fulfill the reason of your creation. To know Allah and to worship Allah. And you become what? Khalifatullah. Representing Allah. Now, when you have those ears and those eyes and those tongue, you will see now this world as falasafilin. Yalan dunya. This lying and cheating world. You know, so many of you have gone to the Hajj. You know what I mean when people are making the tawaf. The first level of tawaf they're kicking and screaming and pushing each other. Animal characteristics. Humans, but they have animal characteristics. It doesn't matter if that one is rich or poor, man or woman, young or old, knowledgeable or without any knowledge, still animal characteristics. But as our grand Shaykh, Shaykh Abdullah that is Tariqat said to Shaykh Nazim, may Allah raise his station higher. So when they went to the Hajj together years ago, it says, Nazim Efendi, now look up. And they look, and this is when you submit, and Allah says, you will see with me. And they look up and they see another grade, another level of people, not people, creatures, making the tawaf. But there is absolutely no pushing, no shouting, no shoveling. Everyone achieved the level of angels. They're making another tawaf. Completely different from the tawaf of the people who have animal characteristics. And higher, there is another level of higher beings. Higher than that, there's another level, and another level, and another level, right up to Sidratul Muntaha. This is Asfal as-Safil. This is the lowest of the low. And once we have that knowledge of ourselves and knowledge of Allah, then we will start to look to see, like how the prophets, they are seeing this world. Allah has not created just this world, He has created thousands of alams. And now we start to look and feel and make connections to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through His Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. It's okay. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I have a little bit of a sore throat, but it's okay. They're sending me some energy to speak properly. Doesn't matter. It's nothing. We are nothing. Who are we? Nothing. Is it any wonder that we have to love Allah? No. There is no wonder. There is no question that we have to love our Creator, because He created us out of the love of His Prophet ﷺ. But the poet is saying, Ya Rabbi, I'm not wondering why we love you, because we have to love you. What I wonder is why you love us. Who are we? What are we? If the Tariqat is not making you to sit down and make tafakkur, questioning, who are we? What am I doing today? I'm saying, I'm worshipping, really? When I said Allahu Akbar, did I really make everything to disappear except for Allah? When I speak to this person today with a coarse language, is it really for the sake of Allah, or did Shaitan enter and make me to say it out of anger? You start now. You start now questioning yourself. You start now polishing yourself. You start now looking for every little detail that is wrong to try to get rid of it until your faith shines. And when that shines, it becomes a mirror. And you will now that time start to reflect the personality of the Prophet ﷺ through your guide. Whose personality is the Prophet reflecting? Allah Jalla wa Ala. So now, we make a direct connection. This is not bureaucracy. People are saying, no, I don't worship graves, I don't follow shaykhs or awliya because this is cutting me, this blocking me from Allah. It is not. These are means to approach Allah. But as people like to. This is Ahl Sunnah Aqidah for 1400 years. Islam, it is Quran, Hadith, Sunnah, and Ijma of the ulama. It is not any opinion, it is Ijma. What is Ijma? The majority of the scholars, they have to agree. If it's a minority scholar saying something, his words are not counted. Even if it is through clear line of reasoning, you have your dalil, you have your proof and everything, but the majority of the scholars, they have to agree. If they don't agree, you're out of the realm. Now, this is what we call Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So there is no deviation now. Why is there no deviation? Because Prophet ﷺ said, my nation, they are not going to deviate as a majority. Alhamdulillah. Shukr alhamdulillah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has managed to keep us in the Siratul Mustaqim. But like I said, according to the believer, he's going to question himself. Really? Did I live today in the Siratul Mustaqim? If people are saying this is not necessary to make tafakkur, then Prophet would not have said 1 hour of meditation, it is better than 70 years of worship. If others are saying it is not important to sit down and look at your faith, then why Allah is commanding us to say at least 40 times a day, Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. If we have already said Shahadat, we're already in Siratul Mustaqim, why are we asking this? Why is Allah making it obligation for us to ask this? Now, this is when, like the Hujjaj in the Kaaba, you have different levels of faith. And the believer, just as if you're making like this table, you're an artist, you know how perfect it can be, and you know what are the imperfections. And you're going to be very particular about the imperfections. Others may not see it. Others are saying, what are you doing? It's not necessary, but you see, it's there. Why are we perfecting our hearts? Why are we perfecting our hearts? Because it's the throne of Allah. Why do we need to perfect our hearts for the throne of Allah? Because it is our faith. Because we say, La ilaha illallah. If we already have that, why are we repeating it millions of times? So there are ilahs now in our hearts that we have to get rid of. The doctor comes and he looks. A regular person comes and he looks different. What do I mean by that? You're walking in the streets, everyone looks healthy, wealthy, beautiful. But if everyone is checked by a doctor, the doctor will find millions of diseases. Far from perfection. Now there are doctors of the heart, the Tabib al-Qulub, that they will look into your hearts. And they will train us and help us to get rid of all the ilahs except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just so that we can say with sincerity, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. This is all I'm going to say. There's nothing that I've said now that you don't know already. But I'm here to remind people. Why am I here to remind people? Because, well, he put the mic to me, so I have to say something. But that is what zikrullah is, to remember Allah, isn't it? We are here looking at each other to remind us, as people like. If you like it, take these words. If you don't like them, leave them. I will take them. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you. For the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, for the sake of this most holy month, for the sake of this mahfil that is going on right now, that if we have good intentions, Jibreel alayhi salam is going to boast to the angels about our gathering. May it be accepted, inshallah. Min amal tawfiq al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum. told you it's a different kind of speech. Thank you, Selim. Inshallah, Rahman, as you like. Now I'm your guest.